There is a lot of moving parts to talk about with investing in the new operation, and I wanted to give it a few days for prices to flatten out and normalize before I gave somewhat of a more in-depth guide on what you should be buying, whether regarding collection skins, Glock emeralds, stickers, agents, whatever it may be now. So today, that's exactly what we're going to do, as I'm sure you guys have a ton of questions, so I'll try to cover them all. As always, if you are in the 2/3 of people that watch these videos and aren't subbed yet, it would be greatly appreciated if you do subscribe. And of course, final thing before we get into it, be sure to check out my sponsor for this video, BetRefs. BetRefs is an easy way to make money for completely free. They host 24/7 giveaways that cost no money to enter, and you can join at the click of a button. They also have a free daily case that you can open every 24 hours with up to $500 in prizes, and that's not all. They have free cash and bonus offers on all the top tier gambling sites as well, including a $7 bonus offer on stake for free. And finally, they have a whole lot of free giveaways on their Twitter as well, so be sure to drop a follow over there. And check out BetRefs with that link at the top of the description. But for now, let's get right into the video. So first of all, let's talk about the Glock Gamma Doppler again, a skin that's really the centerpiece of attention for this operation. Started off strong at around the $75 range for factory new, and has since fallen off, hitting lows of the $27 range. But do keep in mind that there's nearly 10,000 buy orders for the factory new version alone. Also keep in mind that there's only two ways to get this skin. Number one, by trading up to it, or number two, by buying $45 worth of stars in the shop, and even then you presumably only have a 50% chance of getting it. So you're probably thinking, why is this thing under $45 if it pretty much costs $45 to get it, and even then it's a low chance of getting a factory new one, and even then you have a chance of getting a completely different skin in the M4 Coalition, and the chance of getting a factory new one is pretty low as well. So with all of these Glocks costing way under $45, except the Emerald of course, which apparently sells for $300 on Steam as of now from what I've heard, and only one of the M4s being profitable, in my eyes, these skins are absurdly undervalued, especially the Glock, as it has a ton of hype behind it as we saw in the buy orders. I assume this is because everyone is aiming for the Emerald Glock and wants to sell whatever skin they get instantly until they get the Emerald and keep testing their luck, and personally, I feel like this is going to die down a lot more as we get further into the operation, as it is still the first week, and this is when an absolute ton of people are going to be buying and spending stars. Even though we haven't seen Valve implement this system where you can buy tiers of skins directly from the operation shop, I've got to imagine that these things are really underpriced right now, as once again, you have to pay $45 in stars for a chance at getting this thing. Either way, I think they're a great long-term investment, as they're definitely a skin people want, and of course gonna be really limited after the operation ends. And as I mean really limited, the only way to get them after is by trade-ups, which people aren't gonna do many of, so they're kinda capped. But it's not like they're a case skin with, I guess, hundreds or thousands of more coming into supply every day after the operation ends. But now, let's look at the 2021 Mirage, Dust 2, and Vertigo collections that were implemented in the same way that they have been in the past two operations, just able to buy for 4 stars in the shop. Pretty much all the skins follow this trend where they spiked up at the beginning, as people might have thought they were getting them for a steal, and then crashed down a bit more as more players unboxed them and realized, holy, that's a lot of money, I better sell right away before they dip a lot in price. But with all the investors and hype behind these limited skins nowadays, that price corrected and has hovered around the same range after the initial panic, hype, whatever you want to call it, on the first few days. So now that it's died down, is it a good time to buy into these skins? Well, let's look at past trends from Broken Fang to find out. Pretty much all the skins follow this similar trend among the Broken Fang skins. Just to show you, look at the charts between the UMP crime scene and the blue phosphor. Both pretty similar throughout their lifespan, but let's look at one of them more in depth at the very beginning of it. We saw the initial hype / panic the same at the beginning, but it lasted around a week and a half or so, and then seemed to flatten out, downtrending a bit until later in the operation, around 2 months before the operation ended. and then it started spiking up, and then continued that trend until June, where hype died down, players started leaving the game as COVID restrictions loosened and there was no new content, and here we are today. But once again, things didn't start looking up until later parts in the operation you have to keep in mind, and it's very possible that we see something similar this time around as well, but conditions aren't exactly the same as they were with Broken Fang. We have to remember that we have a major in a month now, and with the major overlapping with the operation and collection names such as the 2021 Dust 2, Mirage, and Vertigo collections, I personally would assume that we're going to see them used as souvenir packages as well, which I can't see making the prices any higher of these skins. Although the guns from these collections would be dropped in souvenir variants so they have gold stickers and are technically completely separate items, I still think it's possible that we see collection items take a hit in price because of it. But there is good news. Based on past trends, waiting a month or possibly even a few weeks to start investing in these operation skins hasn't proven that you're going to be losing a ton of money and can possibly save you money, at least based on Broken Fang's trends. So personally, I think it's safe to wait to invest until we see the major update drop and see how it affects skin prices before buying in. Also, we are only on the first week of the operation, you have to remember. None of these skins are listed on third-party sites where you practically can always find them at 20% off Steam market price, so waiting is never really a bad option, you just need to be patient. Also, as for the major update release date and why I say it can be released in possibly even only 2 weeks, for the Berlin major, even though it didn't start until September 5th, the update for it was dropped on August 14th, a few weeks earlier. So just keep your eye out for that update, and in my opinion, I'm going to be holding off on buying these Operation Collection skins for now. I'm going to see how their trend continues, I'm going to see how they're affected by the major update, but definitely something I am gonna be buying. Also, the only exception I would make to buying operation skins, or rather waiting to buy them, is the Glock Gamma Doppler and anything in the Train collection, as since the Train collection got replaced by Ancient in the Pro map pool, we're of course not going to be seeing any Train souvenir packages this time around, so you shouldn't have to worry about that. As for patches, stickers, and agents, none of them have really turned out to be good investments in the past. They're either very inconvenient to sell in bulk compared to other things you can buy, or just simply don't have too much hype behind them, which results in not a lot of people buying them, which means they're not going to have good results from making profit. If you guys really want, I can make an entire video covering those things specifically, which I might do either way, but if you look at past trends of any of them from Broken Fang or Shattered Web, it's not too hard to see they have a lot of flaws, at least from an investing standpoint. But besides that, I think that does pretty much wrap it up for this video, so as per usual, if you did enjoy, definitely be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one. Help your boy get to 40k, but for now, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.